Yo, alright. Good afternoon. Welcome. We are here on showcasing another pretty exciting match here for the main tournament of Link to the Past Randomizer. This has, I think, been a staple tournament for the community for quite some time. Probably one of the, if not the inaugural tournaments, one of the first ones we've seen. And very serendipitously, we actually have some people who have been in the community for quite some time. No strangers, absolutely not, but and these guys are absolute veterans. Should be a really fantastic time. Already jamming to the music. We have hydrapower versus TJ. With me is, of course, one and only SGL 2024 champion, Jem. You might know a thing or two about Open, right, Jem? And Boots?
Hello.
Maybe Boots.
I know a thing about Open Boots, but this one is completely different because we're not joining. So what the hell are you even doing?
All right. Okay. Well,
I'm sure these two can show me.
Yeah. Hopefully these guys, and again, it's one of the kind of the inaugural tournaments of the of the community, and we have it's very classic, probably one of the first modes that was actually developed, which is Open. Of course, checking for us, definitely probably the MVP of this restream crew is Aria. Absolutely phenomenal, being able to keep track of everything. And this is actually very important because I'm going to forget half the things that I see, and Aria will be there right here for us. That's right. Yes, and of course, yes, Jem. Of course, he may have known. He has many titles. Probably best well known for anything with Boots, really. And so hopefully we're going to go find those soon. Already.
I'm glad you said Boots and not Catfish.
We're 15 seconds in, Jem. I can't start this so early. I have to. We have like 90 more minutes, so potentially times to maybe mention Catfish more appropriately. For example, when they actually go to Catfish. Oh, yeah, speaking of Catfish, okay, no, not that segue. I was gonna. We got the flippers. Catfish doesn't require flippers, but we do have them. And how do you feel about this Uncle start here on Hydra's side? Versus the Houlihan start actually looks like on TJ's side.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of starting with CAG, just because there's a lot of items there. It gives you the largest chance of finding good progression. But I mean, like Glove sure is progression, so
yeah,
and starting Uncle here.
And we got a bottle with a fairy in there as well. I mean, so like actually pretty nice things actually to go into CAG with.
Yeah, you're happy having that fairy before CAG. On the other hand, TJ started Houlihan, which I'm not really a fan of starting with it because you might just go to CAG and find all the rupees you could ever ask for, and then you just wasted a minute right at the start. But I understand, you want to buy some bombs. I guess TJ has some other starting route in mind for CAG. I guess he's going to start.
Yeah.
Or he wants the bombs.
Which, right.
That doesn't do that. So.
Yeah. I mean.
Interesting to see how it plays out.
Ooh. Okay. I already just catch a very quick map check on TJ's side. I did see an unfortunate Pendant Desert. Somehow, always. Pendant Desert.
I think as long as Clearmoss is present, there's just always.
I don't know. It's like a both a blessing and a curse, But yeah, it looks like I know this is like a classical, I guess, like opening by TJ. Again, Open is better. We just find the other glove. Is that what happened at Saha?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Looks like TJ is gonna go to Sync now, starting at Sync. So you won't have the mids for CAG. Would have been kind of interesting if either of them managed to find both gloves before CAG, and maybe the Pearl ends up being in CAG. So you could just go straight to Dark World. I guess TJ is first doing back this game, so there's a chance that he goes to Uncle, but yeah, we'll see what he decides to do.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and looks like we found another bottle in the Lost Star. So the efficiency that the bottle was supposed to give Hydra, and being able to check secured, is kind of lost. Because you just get a bottle on the way, but we do have the glove, so that one's still good.
Is this glove a blessing or a curse? That was 1 for 4, by the way, and try to get a bomb. I
think that might have been a curse.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not really a fan of trying the 50-50s if you have the bomb money.
2 for 4.
No, I guess he started because of 0 bombs. That makes
okay,
sense,
okay, yeah, that does make sense. Yes, all right, thank you, Pinecone. Yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, it looks like, yeah, I mean, kind of understandable. You know, he does have 50 rupees to kind of work with in order to buy bombs, but looks like he just wants to get enough. And honestly, it's a pretty, I mean, again, you know, you can get a little bit luckier, you know, with your, you know, with your 50-50 rock bombs. That's good in the game knowledge. But yeah, looking like he was just kind of trying to maybe scrounge up enough to get through CAC and then buy bombs if necessary.
Yeah, the idea might be that he wants to make sure he has enough money for Water Vendor, since you're only guaranteed 50 rupees from Back of the Well and Back of Lancer. Yeah, so, and it looks like that'll pay off, assuming he doesn't find any more money in the law. Meanwhile, Moon Pearl in the Modern Cave.
Yeah, Moon Pearl, Blue Mail, Sandcart. I mean, you may as well just like, you know, this is all you need for at least spoiler. You know, 5 hearts Blue Mail.
Along with that sword in the Back of the Well.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yes. Yeah. Where are these? I mean, there's, you know, we just need, you know, the most exclusive item in the game, you know, which is boots. It does look like TJ is going to, like, he's doing like a hybrid path. It looks like, you know, did minimal norm. He's gonna go to dam. Maybe a Gina. Looking like. Or...
Yeah. I don't hate it since we have the flippers. So getting to Ice Sword Cave is like fine. You can just swim there across the lake. Maybe when you end up doing Zora later. And yeah, I definitely get some more checks before CAC. I'm really curious if he's gonna try to do Uncle and Tile Castle now. To try and find as much as possible before CAC, because that could pay off, because he would end up saving a trip to get to Dark World.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. And like, and also like the money, you know, actually is looking, you know, at least like the initial Houlihan, it's actually looking pretty decent as well. You know, we're getting to the near of the end of the stuff available to. Oh my gosh, we have a sword, another sword on sick yet. I mean, I mean, Hydra was able to afford, I guess, everything he needed, but he had to also kind of farm the crabs a little bit too. So, you know, maybe TJ will have a little bit nicer time. Although Cap is just kind of just giving us a lot of more resources then.
Yeah, I guess he never ended up needing to buy bombs. So there was just enough money in CAC to do everything he wanted to.
Yeah, all right, well, we're starting at the house on TJ start, so this is, I mean, this is great for TJ, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a fast check on the library. Did you catch it?
Yeah, I also didn't catch it. No.
Okay.
It kind of looked like it wasn't junk, but I'm not sure what it was.
Oh, you know what's not junk though? That mirror.
Yeah. Keep on finding that.
Yeah, early mirror. I mean, yeah, so Hydra's gonna have to, you know, as you kind of mentioned before, when he goes over to the Eastern Palace area in Saha, he is going to, like, find his, you know, Dark World access, but, you know, and having the early mirror is, like, super nice because you can both do Light World and Dark World stuff, you know, pretty efficiently.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering what TJ was gonna do next, because he actually went here with not enough bombs to escape, but he's just sleeping. Which is exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, it's really very good, right? Because yeah, like you know, Uncle not only had a bottle he's very happy with, and he has, you know, the mitts. He even got the right, and then he doesn't even need the Lost Woods bottle, you know, as well, kind of going from the south. So TJ's gonna go see that mirror as well, having exactly 2 bombs left, and then he's gonna just clear all of Kakariko, like go from south to north and just go straight north. It was a really nice route that TJ came up with.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to go into Lost Woods before going to the Dark World, because he gets the mirror. He can just do it with Skywoods.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's really good.
Yeah,
you gotta at least. Yeah, and what I've been told, you know, at least in seeds that do not have starting or early boots, the routing, you know, is much more amplified, you know, like the routing decisions, and, you know, so like if you were to make in some like inefficiencies, it's just a little bit more heightened, you know, because again, you don't really have kind of like the boots that, you know, try to make up time, or, you know, or anything like that. So this early game route on TJ's side is quite good.
Yeah, he did invest the extra minute of Houlihan, so we'll see if it ends up being faster overall in the end, but at least so far the sequencing has been working out really well for him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then he's going to be able to get his 2 swords, you know, that we kind of saw on Hydra's side, all throughout CAC, and then I'm gonna just assume he's gonna hop straight into Dark World. Probably do village stuff. He does have like good amount of money, again to spend on like chess game. Okay, confirmation. It was a heart piece, online piece. Yes, that's good. Yeah, but he's gonna be for chess game. He's gonna be for dig game. I'm gonna assume that he's gonna go south because but again, I don't really know people's tendencies. I did hear that in open mode, the first destination for many people is Skull Woods, regardless of whether or not you have anything to clear out the dungeon with.
Yeah, we'll see. So Jay has more incentive to go into Skull Woods right now because he hasn't done Lost Woods yet. So he can go there, mirror, do Lost Woods. So maybe that'll drive him toward there. Or maybe he's just saying, I'm gonna wait with Lost Woods until I Fire Rod as well. And that would work out because there's not really anything in Lost Woods other than a bottle with a bee.
Yeah, exactly. And we know that there's nothing really in Skull Woods either anyway, right? So there's like a whole 73% chance that there's not going to be anything in there. So those are probably like those are really good odds,
Yeah, you just gotta play the numbers.
Exactly, right. Admittedly though, like it is, a little bit awkward with like mid Dark World access, right? Because again, this is what we're kind of talking about. Should he go south or should he go north after the village? Because now, like, sometimes it's kind of nice when you're not given that latitude of freedom, right? Because like especially for when you don't have to make decisions, the good part is that if there's no decision to be made, you just kind of get roll with it. If there is a decision to be made, you could make the wrong decision, right? You don't really want to make the wrong decision. You always want to make the right decision.
Yeah, that's so mid Dark World access kind of takes it away from you, right? Because you have the one Dark World portal to enter, but you can still make the decision of whether you want to do Skull Woods or not without the Fire Rod.
Yeah. I guess the good news is that they do have a mirror, so it does kind of can speed up at least a dungeon for us a little bit. But again, we don't really have much other things to go use. For example, we don't have boots. We don't really have hook shot. We don't really have a flute in order to try to get us around the overworld. Can be a bit more limiting. We're gonna get a new check here on Hydra's side, right?
Yeah, Hydra's gonna check this. I assume Hydra's also going to go into like Waterfall and probably peek Zora Dash. We already checked Hobo, which had Quake, which may or may not be useful in the future.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, given that we do have 2 pendants already in the Light World, certainly looking very likely that both Meyer and Turtlerock are going to be crystal, so any medallion we pick up now is going to be great. I love pendant.
Oh, great. Yeah, pendant is on the one dungeon you can actually clear is, of course, a pendant.
Yeah, okay. I did catch 5-6 crystals at Pod and Turtlerock. Alright, it looks like those. TJ is going to go through Skull Woods, so most likely... Okay, well again, you have another junction point, like would you invest more time into doing like Graveyard Ledge? Or like Bumper Cave, North Dark World stuff? Because you do have the mirror.
That's such a hard decision to make without boots. I know I found 300 in Waterfall, and he's
19 rupee shoes.
Not 20. 19.
Yes. Oh my gosh, though. Imagine actually, so we were at Ice Rock Cave, right, with the 20 rupees, and it's like, you don't really expect to get 300, or being so close. It almost feels like it's like, maybe you should just leave and come back with 19 more rupees. However, though, you're so close, right? I think he's gonna try to check some prize packs here.
I'm pretty sure I saw TJ. Oh no!
Oh no!
This costs so much time. So I'm pretty sure I saw TJ earlier stun enemies, and stun price was 5 rupees, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay.
So that would be. Oh wait, he doesn't have the boomerang. I guess the boomerang wasn't stun, so never mind. Yeah, I thought
the boomerang. Yeah, the boomerang was a Agina actually. But yeah. Right, that was also very... yeah, this 20 rupees on Zora Ledge is almost just like a monkey's paw wish, right? It's like, I really need 20 rupees. It's like, okay, here's your 20 rupees, good sir.
Yeah, but
and you're just like, sad.
This takes like a minute, maybe even more than a minute. It's so bad to get this. It's almost worth to just leave and come back later. It's like the same time.
We're here, okay? We are never gonna come back again, okay? Especially with how the Zora area has treated us. We did get, yeah.
The problem is for all Hydra knows this could be Dark World access on Zora.
Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah.
it's like a really tough decision to actually skip it because yeah, he hasn't been to Saha, and you don't really want to go to Saha until you have the bow, so it's understandable. It's just 50 rupees.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, we at least got some cash back. Okay. Oh, poor Hydra. we are not happy. Oh, Hydra. Hydra also comes from the Super Metroid side, so you know that's more than like hydrapower. Or no, wait, StarCraft. StarCraft. Yeah, StarCraft. So I think we're quite familiar with bombs. Okay, so I'm sorry. So on TJ's side, he did do Skull Woods. I saw him get 10 arrows from Vicky Chest. I don't think I saw anything else. It might have been the only item. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, he did not do Graveyard Ledge. He also didn't check Bumper Ledge.
Okay.
So we don't have eyes on those.
Alright. I actually look at Arya.
I think I got both items. Okay, thank you, Arya. See, that's what you said earlier, right? Like, we don't pay attention. That's why we need Arya.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's also, you know, it's like Arya is actually like heal focus. You know, again, you know, my expectation for Skull Woods is very, you know, it could be higher. Okay. And so like when I don't see anything about you, you just kind of, it's just like par for the course, you know. You just kind of like let's just move on, you know, and it's just as if like nothing notable has happened.
Yeah, we're just leaving. Don't want to do the pendant dungeon. I think we found bombs twice. Those two items in the back. Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
You know, you do the dungeon and then like one item ends up being in the big chest, so you can only get one of them.
Yeah, that's nothing for us to take it. Yeah, and also like as you mentioned, it's also a pendant dungeon. It doesn't really get us, I guess, like at least on the surface, anywhere towards like the goal that we have. Right, we're after crystals, not pendants. So, and then if you, of course, investing all this time early. I mean, you know, you can, but also like it could be, you know, again, like you know, not worth your time in order to do so. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, Hydrapower hit out front of his cape, nothing there. The route for TJ just worked out so well because he like rushed Zaha essentially, and that one had part of his Darkwood exit, and it was the only part of Darkwood exit that was just even a little bit out of the way. So TJ, so Hydra is basically last locating it now. Yes, Agana left, and Hour of Logic Mountain, and Eastern, but Eastern is after Zaha, so...
I have heard that Eastern, is not really a desired location to be in, well, in many modes, but also particularly Eastern when you don't have a bow, especially, you know, if it's in Light Worlds, unless you know, have to go there. By the way, TJ dug up his third bottle. I believe that there is a particular technique that we could employ if we had all 4 bottles.
Oh yeah.
Potentially with a bug net to, you know, help us, you know, get a couple fairies. However, I think that's still being voted on, so maybe it's not quite race legal, but I think it'd be hilarious.
Unfortunately, it's not legal at the moment. We'll see what the vote decides, but yeah. In theory, we are very close to getting into Desert by deleting the statue.
Yes. Yeah. And this is something that's of more recent discoveries by, I believe, the number 2 seed of this tournament, Skelly. Ended up kind of messing around, you know, in the Prac hack, and then discover that if you release, 4 fairies, take a couple vultures with you and a fish, you can actually delete the desert, like, block, you know, like that cutscene where you had to, like, move the little, like, the circle things. Yeah, the statues. Yeah, those are just gone now, so you can just despawn those statues. Yeah, it's amazing. But it's not race legal.
Take a fish with you.
You just drain the dam, you know, drain the dam. So I think people have improved on that. I think like Taj, one of the more like, you know, glitch experts, I think said you can do it with a chicken or something, but it's kind of precise. Like it's really amazing what you can do in order to sequence very quickly.
Yeah, the chicken method is the one that was originally discovered, where somebody had a chicken there, maybe randomizer or maybe just messing around in the Prac hack. And if you just hit the chicken enough, you get like a chicken storm, and that one is just enough to despawn the statue on its own.
It's amazing what people have been discovering. Okay, so so Hydra got his Dark World access, but yeah, what you can actually see, as you mentioned, last locating, again, doesn't ever feel great. At least like the good news is that he's last located Dark World, access, which again, you have all of the rest of Dark World to play out, right? Among other parts of the game, so you do have game and content to make it up again, but on the other hand, you've last located Dark World access, right? So we kind of see the difference. Yeah. TJ's already done all of Skullwoods, or at least the front. Most of the village, and the Hydra's kind of starting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hydra's maybe getting a bit of time back by not going to Skullwoods for now. As long as he just goes there later with the Fire Rod, he doesn't need to double dip it. But yeah, he's also like the front of these behind the game, Swift, Powder, whereas TJ is already carrying his purple chest down toward the south.
Oh yeah, and then I completely forgot that when I guess TJ, he decided to do Magic Bat, which is in logic, right? Because we have the powder and we have the mirror, so we don't actually need the hammer. But I think because he did Magic Bat, he needed to get his portal back, right? Or he had to re-enter Dark World with the purple chest.
Yeah, it's really annoying without hammer because you mirror behind the hammer pack and then you lose your portal unless you get the hammer from the Magic Bat. So you just need to walk all the way to the rock, and that takes forever. So that's another corner that Hydra could potentially cut and make up a lot of time.
Yeah, and this is again, this is kind of like when you're writing decisions, like really affect basically your how much time you end up spending like in an area, whether it's now or later. Looks like Hydra's just gonna go directly to do the Smith Chain stuff. I guess we'll see in this case if he chases his portal.
Yeah, the decision for the bat comes after you pick up the purple chest.
Right.
The same thing as he did it.
Yeah, but we do actually see, Hydra going south, which again, you mentioned before, where if he doesn't go back into Skullwoods, or goes to Skullwoods to begin with, without maybe like a Fire Rod or something else that pulls him over there, he's gonna potentially gain some time over TJ.
Okay, TJ is going into Swamp for the first chest. That's interesting. That's a very big time investment for just one check that can just be a dungeon item.
Hey, sometimes,
Yeah.
TJ, I mean, like, you should, like, not underestimate, something like TJ. We actually met him at SGL, live. He made it through group, so he wasn't, like, he got all the way to semis, right? Top round of 8, is that right? Or was it first round?
No, I think we met in top 16.
Okay, alright, yeah. So
I learned to respect TJ. What he pulled against me, that was scary.
TJ, versus Gem at the time had a 4-minute lead or something, 5-minute lead going into Dark World, and he just barely, he didn't relinquish it basically until the very, with 4 checks left to go. That's when, randoed. So yeah, I mean, and again, we're kind of being seen here, right? The routing decisions really matter, and here TJ is, I mean, he is right now he has a good couple minutes lead over Hydra. Being said, alright, we did.
Yeah, Hydra did skip the powder, so that's a good corner to cut. It just takes forever, and Hydra's not getting punished for that. Another corner to cut is skipping the first chest of Swamp here, and Hydra's gonna be decently close now, all of a sudden. Assuming he doesn't Swamp.
Right. Yeah, and that may be more of a situational decision, as in I think I want this, or I think I want to go in. I don't know if Hydra is specifically maybe interested in some of the longer checks, especially since he had to go all the way around to Zora Ledge for his 20 rupees and go back to Zora in order to get him buy himself 50 rupees worth of prize. So.
Yeah. Meanwhile, TJ, once he makes it to Zora, he knows all the money he could ask for. We're not gonna show this.
Yeah,
and he's also gonna check Hobo with the mirror, which is a lot faster than what Hydra did earlier.
Yeah.
But that's another thing that just from the early Saha check. Hydra was still looking for Dark World access, and TJ could just go into the Dark World with his mirror, with his flippers. So there was no reason to check Hobo in the Light World.
Kind of interesting, by the way. So Hydra's up here with the purple chest. Like, you think this means that he's gonna actually like turn it in and then go to swamp?
I don't know. That's a good question. Why he brought the purple chest all the way here? Because like you don't really end your road in swamp. Like, right? You expect to not really find anything, and then you want to move on to either pyramid, catfish, or pod. So it's interesting what he has planned here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Maybe he wants to do purple chest into Aghanim.
Oh,
nice
yeah. That's
chest.
a yeah. Okay, it's a good decision. Oh yeah. The pyramid is one of those locations that is just very like not commonly checked. Among other things that maybe we should not be mentioning. That's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
the
in the
bow
North Dark
will
World.
slowly take us to like the locations, right? In a certain dungeon. That is not a fish.
Yeah, that's right. That is not a fish nor cat. Oh, you do we see what's on Desert Ledge? That's the hammer. Okay, hello. We would like a flute or a book for that matter.
Okay, so funnily enough, you can actually do like the aforementioned glitch, which is not legal, but it's funny to think about. You can do it on 3 bottles if you have Quake and Boomerang, which they have.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because
hilarious.
you can stun one of the Sandmen that's like too far south to be loaded normally.
Oh.
But you can with Quake and then knock him north with the Boomerang without killing him.
Wow, that's amazing.
That way you have an additional spite.
By the way, I mean, this, potentially could be, something to consider for future races. I know that some people, especially when they go to Agina, because, for example, like, this is a contrast, right? When TJ went to Agina, he didn't scout Desert Ledge. And again, it's very understandable, because it is, while it is on the same screen, it can still be kind of far. And more often than not, it's just junk anyway, right? This particular time, though, Hydra took the investment, and that it's gonna get him a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, it's very good knowledge. It kind of depends on what we find, if it's really useful or not. Because if you just find the flute at some point, right, we have Mids and Mirror. We're probably just gonna go to the Maya area anyway and get it Boomerang, that hammer immediately. If we get the book though, like, you're not gonna walk to desert with this book in hand when you can't clear it without a fire source, without boots that might potentially be boot socked. And it's a pendant too, so you'd hear evenness. If we find the book and the hammer ends up blocking the flute, then this is very, very strong approach.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. All right, looks like the Hydra's gonna kind of keep parity with TJ. Gonna do the easiest room in the game with the Boomerang.
A lot easier with the Boomerang, yeah.
Yep. This is why we want some Aria for this room, by the way. We don't have to, like, that statue is pretty heavy. We should put it on a diet or something.
Yeah. So these routes are interesting. So TJ is gonna go to Catfish now. He's gonna enter his route in Zora. And like he kinda has a hard time going to quad from here, which seems to be where our progression is, because that's, I think, the only thing left. Aside from Graveyard Ledge.
And Eastern?
And Eastern, well, yeah. But,
I understand. I do understand. I mean, but what it's worth, like, TJ might go in, right? He's got a bow? I mean...
well, sure, if we have a bow. Yeah, you can just face him. My bad. I kind of forgot about that.
I mean, but I guess, like, we're kind of already in the Dark World, so it looks like TJ's at least pretty committed to going into Pod.
Well, he's gonna go to Zora now. So he might,
is he
do
gonna walk
Zora
out
then
Zora
walk
then?
out again. Yeah, it's just really slow, but it's pretty better than walking back to the village and entering the Dark World there than walking all the way around.
Yeah, I definitely I mean, yeah.
It's just kind of an awkward situation, but probably the best you can do. I did the South Loop and then decided to do North Dark World, including Skywars afterwards, and route into Port like that. So he's gonna do Graveyard Ledge into Catfish and then walk down to Pyramid and Pod. I assume that's his plan.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit better, but it's kind of the same, I guess, because he's still at Catfish and walks south. his benefit is just that he's already done with Zora area, so he doesn't need to walk out of it.
Right. So everyone's just gonna take extra time basically in the Zora area domain. TJ is walking out because he wants to keep his portal, and then Hydra is walking out, well, to get Zora ledge before Zora. Yeah.
Yes, it's just kind of unfortunate. Like, you really don't want to walk out of the Zora area ever. But yeah, both of these kind of had to.
We actually looks like we're gonna get like a short high five though from Hydra and TJ after everything is said and done. It's like changing of the guards. Hydra's clocking in, TJ's clocking out.
Yeah, looks like we're swimming on TJ's side, maybe going to port from the south. That probably is a little bit faster. So we have to put... There we go.
This portal you don't often see being taken.
Oh yeah. And even less you see this area in open.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, so this is you can
usually
tell
entrance only content.
Exactly. You can tell TJ probably actually does play a lot of cross keys, and I think a lot of people entrance has really picked up a lot of popularity, probably in the last year or maybe two or so, and like how teachers are even setting up a swim, swimming basically entering the portal from the left, so you can try and get more iframes, or maybe manipulate the RNG a little bit in order to not get hurt as much. But yeah, like being able to check Ice Rod key here, so I mean again, like we're hammerless, fluteless, and TJ has really capitalized on this mirror.
Yeah, this is a good time to check Ice Rod Cave. I kind of forgot that he hadn't checked it yet. So yeah, very good job keeping track of that.
Getting back to the sea, by the way. Yeah, this area is very dangerous. That's why, again, you try and swim in the portal a certain way, so you can really kind of be able to use the water's like momentum or your swim momentum in order to propel yourself, so you can get out of the water as fast as possible.
Yeah. We saw Hydra quite potion just now, and he's about to find his bow, which kind of makes his potion purchase obsolete.
Yeah. But I mean, again, you don't know that, right? However, we are going to pod, and if any of the memes are alive, right, we're gonna find a bow to this dungeon, or the other bow to this dungeon. We can't find the hammer to this dungeon because we already saw it on Hydra side.
Yeah, that just means we'll find the book here.
Exactly.
Actually.
I mean, but as you mentioned before, right? Again, like the book, I think will make Hydra really happy, right? TJ will, I think, make him groan a bit because, like, oh gosh, I was just that Bomble's tablet. That's I guess he can go back to desert, right? Yeah, but I mean, like he might just go to desert regardless, I guess. But I mean, still, like we're short on options here.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you're TJ, you probably do Bomble's tablet into desert because
you walk all the way down to Bumble's tablet?
Yeah, it's very terrible, but I don't know. Like, do you walk all the way to desert just to find a map and a key on the torch?
I mean, I don't know. That's maybe you remember like 31 minutes ago when we started this broadcast, when you're just like, I only know about the boots part and not the open part. This might be coming back to remind ourselves that we are. Decisions for overworld routing without boots or flute could be a little bit more challenging.
Yeah. Speaking of the boots part, I don't remember under which circumstances, but whenever I play something that's open and don't have boots, I just go to desert and then I'm there and I'm like, oh yeah, you need the boots for the torch.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's the fucking Eastern map chest. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, Hydra's gonna be pretty happy in like 2 or 3 screens here. I'm okay, sorry. Let me amend my statement. Okay, I'm not sure if seeing the book actually will make Hydra happy, but it will at least give him a sense that he has a direction as to where to go next. I don't even know he's gonna keep it like. Will you still go to pod in Hydra side since you're here? Since you know where the hammer is now.
So the thing with pod and the hammer is you only need the hammer for the boss really, so you can still clear out the rest of the dungeon, and you might. You have to clear it out anyway to find the big key, and well, we still need a bunch of background anyway. And you might just find the flute there maybe, or you might find boots, which all make going to desert a lot better.
Okay, that does make sense.
So I think you should just go into port right now. You're already here, you have your portal here, so like you don't... The double dip is already done, basically. So might as well just go in and try to find progression.
Yeah, okay, that definitely makes a lot of sense. And I guess, like, I mean, especially if you maybe find a flute, and then, you know, Hydra, I think he can just go back and activate the flute, and then flute to desert with the book, and then just go straight back into the portal, right? If we can save it.
Well, yes and no. The problem is you still have to get to Sang first for the flute activation. Or you'd really like to.
Oh, okay.
Save off there.
Right, yes.
But
I guess it's kind of a long walk, right? From Eastern.
Yeah, and well, you could take an overworld death to just keep your portal and go to Sang, but then we'd have to release our 2 fairies, which... I mean, I'm sure these 2 don't need them, but it's always kind of hard to let go of fairies.
True.
You'd just rather not. You try to keep the safety. So yeah, I don't know what he'll decide to do here.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, for what it's worth, this, you know, the backwards trip from Eastern to Kakariko, you know, is almost like a reference, right? You know, if you ever play this game, you know, casually at the very beginning, you know, after you rescue Zelda, you know, from Sanctuary, you're trying to explore, and you're looking for Sahasrara, right? His like nephew or something in Kakariko tells you, hey, like my uncle's hiding out in this like remote desert, you know, or like remote village house, whatever, and he puts the map at Eastern. You know, you have to go walk all the way over there, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like making that same walk, except backwards.
Yeah.
Not inverted, okay. Good big
no, we don't invert here.
Yeah.
Even main turn is abandoned inverted. So.
Do not be
making their way through Eastern. We'll see if Amos is something interesting. TJ, I'm very sure we'll go into port here. He doesn't have knowledge of the hammer on Desert Ledge. So there's nothing that incentivizes him from leaving.
Yeah. And certainly, you know, again, you've seen these, you know, Hydra and TJ, you know, very veteran seasoned runners, you know, have been playing this game for, you know, quite some time, has a lot of experience. You know, they make the dark rooms actually look pretty, you know, pretty reasonable. And again, you know, you can see some practice. Like TJ had some, you know, setups, right, where you try to shoot the arrow like in the dark because you can't see because we're not supposed to be here without the lamp. But, you know, that's not going to stop us from being efficient if we can just, you know, see if we break out the lamp. Nice fights, Bill. You know, both on very cheerful.
Both sides. Yeah, extremely cheerful. Okay, taking through the room first. The standard strat and part.
The classic. However, you know, sometimes, you know, we can be new age, right? Okay, you know. We'll see what we end up finding here. It is a small key. You might be able to avoid it.
Could've skipped it.
Hydra's leaving.
Okay, I don't think I agree with that. But yeah, they'll be able to signal the port. It's just the double dip was already done. That's why I think you should have just stayed in port. Try to find flute or boots preferably to make this trip better.
What if Desert has both boots and flute and hammer on Desert Ledge? Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, I'm sure Hydra would be stoked about that.
That would actually, I think, make me happy. Like that would, you know, if you open up all the chests and they're all in the front, right? There's just like some, you know, map or compass on, you know, on Pendant Land though.
Yeah, but you know, it might also just be a map in the map chest, and then you can't do anything else in the chest.
Let me have my copium, okay? You know, if Desert's already a pendant, you know, I still have to go through this scene where I'm not gonna be able to see my favorite boss. At least here in this arena. Well, okay, most likely. I guess we don't know what's on pedestal, but you know, still, my hopes of being able to see this desert boss is not going to be very high.
There's also always a chance that Damos himself just have something.
Hey, look, it's a map of the map chest.
The surprise.
Thanks, Jam. Have we found anything in the front of pod yet, by the way? I've only seen small keys.
Yep.
And
there we go, 20 rupees.
Okay. Okay, so actually the map in the map chest means that it is boost locked, right? Desert?
Yep. There's a
If that means anything, yeah.
Yeah, we know that pedestal is boots locked. That's the information we have now.
All right, Hydra's got his hammer. He is going to, I assume he can go straight back to pod.
Yeah, wait, the hammer doesn't actually do much. Well, okay, we can go up the mountain, sequence break that, and go to east of mountain, but it's kinda not great without at least hookshot or boots if you can have it. Because you just leave hookshot cave behind. And yeah, pod is just a clearable crystal, so we're just gonna get the 5 items there and then make our decision.
Yeah, also, you know, I'm seeing, like, you know, Arya's work, you know, on the tracking. Pod is also a red crystal, so I don't know how likely Pyramid Fairy is going to kind of work out. And you again, just because, you know, we see the other red crystal being Turtle Rock. Usually it's going to be in, like, a late game dungeon, kind of regardless of the situation. That being said, it does open up another entrance. You know, you don't really know in this case, like, what you end up finding.
Well, it's not entrance shuffle, so we find the Pyramid Fairy.
No, I'm right. I'm just saying, like, in this case, like, it could still be a late dungeon, it could be an early dungeon, right? Like, so Pyramid Fairy may be in play. We know that the Ice Rod can't be in Pyramid Fairy. That's one thing.
Yeah, I think from the things we needed can only be really flute or hookshot. Or medallion, I guess. Or the boots,
right. Yeah.
I believe that the boots will show up before Pyramid Fairy.
We have our hopes. So, okay, what the most notable thing I've seen, because the items sprites light up in the dark, is the cape that was in Pod Rupee Basement. Everything else seems to be...
Yeah, that's
great.
Actually nothing here. So, progression has to be at point in Hammerpacks or Thieves Town, I guess.
Back of Thieves Town, you say?
Yeah, that's all we've done. There might be something on the mountain, but it might just be a lamp. And I love those locations to send us up the mountain.
That's also
or a lamp to get us progression on hammer, for what's worth. But yeah, logically, this hammer hasn't really opened up anything. Other than, something in the back of these if it's in the big chest or complex.
Yeah.
And TJ, without the knowledge of hammer on Desert Ledge, is probably gonna do bomb boss into Desert. I don't know if he's gonna do Thieves right now.
Doing Thieves without the hammer doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? But we're doing it.
Okay, yes, we are definitely going into the back of Thieves Town. The small key can't be self-blocking in this item section. I think it's 100% item. Is there something like that? Or inventory?
Inventory.
Yeah, inventory. Right. So the small key can be self-blocking. And to answer your question, yes. Hydra checked bumper ledge and graveyard ledge, and there were both, I think, 3 bombs and 20 rupees, so it's not there.
A little bit surprised that I guess that TJ didn't do graveyard ledge before this, but maybe just believes on thieves, and he's potentially right.
As long as
potentially some form of progression here.
yeah. I mean, as long as like the big chest has the map, the small key, or an item that's not progression, we're fine. I understand there's a lot of conditionals. Again, keep your hopium, versus copium balances, relatively even.
Yeah, we're at least guaranteed 1 item. There's 2 items left, so we'll get 1. And surely that one's the progression item. Oh, okay, it's just a lamp.
Oh my god.
Okay. So this puts the mountain in logic.
Yeah, so I guess we're going up the mountain now? Oh no, okay. I understand, the lamp, yes, that's probably like mountain's probably your first thing. But as you kind of mentioned before, like without the hammer or the hookshot, we can't really do much on the mountain other than get Old Man, and Spec Rock Cave inside, and then we can Spec Rock Cave on top, and it was with Hera.
And we have Pen and Hera.
Okay, great. Great. Yes. Okay, never mind. Yeah, because I was thinking of like, well, you do have a fire source now. Maybe you're willing to go to the desert, but then I also remember the desert's a pendant as well. So there are.
Yeah, it's not great.
These options are not good.
Yeah. It turns out the hammer knowledge are very advantageous for Hydra.
All right, there's a small key in blind cell, and we did find the lamp. We have not seen the map yet. I think we found the Eastern Compass in its vanilla location, and that's what I remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, was it map in the front? Okay. All right. Okay. It's one of the dungeon items. I thought maybe I saw the compass, but it's all good.
Oh, maybe it was bombs then, and they are blue like the compass.
Could be. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I see. See, this is why Arya like.
Oh.
Should just call it off the atmosphere.
Okay. Then I saw it. Then I guess we saw the compass and thought it was bombs, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's okay. Like, I mean, yeah, there's more incentive, for TJ to come back here, I guess, with 3 items, but I guess the only real hope was that that the small key is self-blocking. That's how we get all 3 items. Maybe the lamp is enough. And, as in, like, that gives you enough, like, assurance that is, like, the lamp is already, like a progressive item. We don't maybe need the other ones, just probably, some filler item that we don't care about. Maybe.
Sure.
Yep. Again, we need some, live meters here on stream. Opium bar.
But yeah, we're probably gonna do Graveyard Ledge into Bumper into Mountain now, which makes sense. Finally put the mountain in Logic. It's just a shame that the thing we can do on the mountain is a pendant dungeon. Another one.
Yeah, and again, I mean, and this is something that's accessible, for TJ without the hammer. So, like that's how many more checks, right? That's like 3 checks on the mountain plus whatever hero will give us, right? Up to 2, kind of depending on where the last one is. And either tablet, so that's
we can do everything in Hera. We have a fire source, and we get the green pendant too, so it's 3 in Hera and 3 on the mountain.
Oh, right. Are we doing the basement?
I'm sure TJ will be desperate enough to do it because there isn't really much left aside from Hera.
Right. Yeah. I think that's actually probably a good point because from his perspective, like the mountain right now is pretty dense, and he could he could just find something on the mountain. Doesn't have to be hammer, it could be hook shot, right? And then that'll give the rest of the mountain access, and that'll look quite good. Yeah,
the best thing for him right now would be the flute, which would lead him to desert area and desert, and let him find the hammer.
Yeah. I will say though, I really actually like TJ's kind of like overall routing. Without boots, without flute, especially like he's made very efficient use of this mirror to be able to combine kind of like both Dark World and Light World. You saw like his gigantic loop, right? Basically starting from village all the way, around the world. Like it was quite good.
Yeah. The only thing that ended up not working out for him was not checking Desert Ledge, and I am with him. I refuse to check Desert Ledge if I don't have the boots. Even with boots, I often refuse.
I was gonna say, like sometimes even if you have like speed, and sometimes we even cut it. And again, this time Hydra made a very, very good decision. That knowledge has paid out for him, quite handsomely. Being able to, as we're seeing here, he's catching his 2nd crystal. Whereas TJ is going to have to go back to Pod in order to go claim it.
Yeah, but effectively both of them ended up double dipping Pod. Since Hydra was already at Pod in the Dark World. Just the Eastern first, and then left. But yeah, Hydra I assume will just go up the mountain now, so he's gonna skip Thieves Town and skip Logic to get what probably will be progression on the mountain. And as long as he finds Flute up here or behind the mountain, he'll know he's safe. He just left his lamp somewhere like Thieves or whatever.
Yeah. And that's actually like very good, some logical deduction, right? Especially if you find the lamp or flute on the mountain, not both. you know that one of them's gonna lead to the other somehow.
Yeah, so far nothing. Now into the pendant dungeon. This could, in a way, also work out very well for TJ. Because Hydra having the hammer will probably avoid clearing out Pantera. And
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
But if some progression ends up being here, Hydra could leave it behind for a long time.
I have heard
So
that
he finds
Ice like to
different
live
progressions.
in Hera Big Chest.
Yeah. Yeah. But only if it's basement locked.
True. I guess we can go up now.
Nice.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, we did find a map, at least, in the basement cage of Hera. And yeah, TJ's gonna, no hook shot means that we can't really take the shortcut. It's, Hydra may or may not do, as you mentioned, Pendant Hera when he has the rest of the mountain kind of available to him, right? He's got the mirror, he's got the hammer, so he can Paradox. That's a really nice sword in the Compass Chest of Hera.
Yeah, certainly not unhappy about Temple.
Yeah. But again, there is some incentive. As you mentioned, this is the green pendant. So, if Moldrum also has a last item, we can get a third one that we can kind of turn in. I won't say for free, but it's another available, item for us.
Yeah. It's certainly not free because you have to walk all the way to Sa.
But I guess if you're going back to for pod, if you can combine it, right, then maybe it's not too bad.
Yeah,
But,
if you can do that, yes, but probably TJ will want to turn it in sooner than later. Like probably before going to the desert because he really wants this to pay off.
Right, yeah, I definitely can understand that.
Okay, and we gotta go to the basement for the last item.
Well, Hera, I'd say Hydra's already at least taking a peek. Unsure
Yeah, we'll see if he
decides to go
goes
up.
upstairs. Like usually you just see people do the first 2 checks here and then leave if it's a pendant. But yeah, we'll see what he decides to do. But he already knows this has to be a key, so maybe he decides to do it.
No, we're going. So yeah, so Hydra's gonna be short one sword, at least for the time being. Because there is that very nice Omega playableness weapon upstairs. That being said, though, again, where we don't need to necessarily want to spend our time doing Pendant Dungeon. I did actually ask him pre-game if he has finally learned bootless Herapot, because the very first tournament I think that at least I was involved in, Hydra, was actually, encouraged me very early, and that was kind of like our running joke because he was like, "I'll just learn bootless Herapot later." This is all before like the Herapot, like the Braikun, setup stuff, where the Herapot was a little bit harder. And he was like, "I'll just learn it later. It won't come up." And it came up in like 6 of his 2 of his 8 spoiler races, and he couldn't do Herapot. Yeah.
Oh, it's spoiler too. Yeah, that seems.
Yeah.
Even worse to not know it.
All right.
But yeah, nothing in Hera basement. So TJ, a little bit of trouble here. At least he spent a lot of time on Hera and Thieves, and it hasn't really paid out.
Yeah, and the scary part about spending time with these is that he did leave an item behind in the big chest, right? I mean, I think as far as TJ is concerned, that item is just no longer, on his map anymore, right? That he won't go there until probably, whatever his absolute last location, type of thing. But yes, I think we're nearing the point where maybe we're gonna go to desert.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just Bombos and desert left for him. We'll see if he gets Bombos on the way or goes straight to desert. I guess I'm going straight to desert.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, the investment to go from Dark World and then go to Bombos Tableau on the way is like, speaking of Bombos, we have Ether and Bombos here in Paradox. And a shovel.
We now have Ice Palace available. And
would you be rushing ice out of curiosity without Samaria? I mean, sometimes you don't have a choice, but is that?
Well, I wouldn't call it rushing. It's just the only thing we have left aside from penalties on the other side.
Right.
Okay, we have 2 checks here, and we have to survive on Floating Island, and yeah, that's it. We can do Spike Cave with these fairies, but it's not a logic without. No, we do have Cave. Never mind.
Yeah.
We can do Spike Cave too.
TJ, by the way, spotting the desert hammer to this dungeon on the ledge. I'm sure he is less than pleased of seeing that.
Yeah, I wish we had a camera. At SGL, TJ was so expressive. It was amazing to watch him.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever? Yeah,
especially setting up of him. He just made so many expressions, and I was just like, you know, I could see him like behind my monitor. I was like, man, he's having fun.
TJ, you know, he's a very like larger than life, you know, kind of personality.
Yeah.
And you know, I think he'll also, you know, he's like, you know, he's Italian. He also, you know, talks, expresses with his, you know, with his hands, you know, with gestures, right? And, you know, of course, his personality is just, he has so much energy all the time. It's so great.
Yeah, you could see Hydra. he checked the TR medallion, and then when he left the screen, he like slashed toward TR because I think he realized that he has all 3 medallions.
He has all the medallions, yeah. Did we see what's on Floating Island, or were we just blind grabbing this? I didn't actually see if we got a glimpse of it.
It's Silvers.
Oh, it's silver. Oh, okay. Yeah, those are worth grabbing. Yeah.
Definitely.
TJ, we're making a play here in open. We're stealing the Desert Palace small key.
Oh my god.
Oh, this. I mean, you know, again, you know, TJ probably feels terrible for what it's worth. I think I've all done. You know, think of the, you know, his early game, by the way, was amazing, and then his mid game maybe slowed down a bit. And I think this is for him. You know, looking to make a position. Very, very excited.
Hydra's going to.
I'm excited to see this.
So Hydra's going to give back a bunch of time here. He only found the medallions on the mountain. So instead of going to ice, he decides to cut Pen and Terra as well. So he's gonna give back a bunch of time, which is exactly what TJ needs. He will get a sample in exchange, but it's definitely a lot of time that he spends on something that's not technically required.
Oh, we did find the big key to desert in the compass chest. We found a mushroom in the big key chest. Oh, dude, strap in, you know? Yeah, strap in. There's we're in for our ride. It's like one of those infomercials, like, but wait, there's more. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
But wait, you get to spend more time on tracks that don't progress you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an item on landmarks. So, you know, if you're a fan of the landmarks fight, you know, there's a chance. There's 2 chances.
We do know that boots can't be on Lambo.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's at least something.
A very bad crime that TJ just did. He sequence broke past the boots. We're not allowed to do that.
Well, we'll see.
I'm sure there's no against
happening. Yeah. I would imagine maybe Hydra also does Spike Cave here, as you mentioned. TJ might do Spike Cave. But I think he's gonna do all the mountain stuff first, like the rest of the mountain, you know, like all of my, you know, and get all his medallions, etc.
Yeah, probably at the end of it he'll do it. There are reasons to do it now, for what it's worth. It could be Kane, so you could go into TR. It could be Hookshot, so you could do Hookshot Cave. So doing it first would let you potentially do those things. But also, like, you have to climb West of Mountain again to get back up. So it's like, yeah.
And this, right. And like, this is kind of like where the, like, you know, we have access, but do you want the access, you know, type thing. And, you know, we have Mirror, we have Hammer, we can get over there, you know, Turtle Rock, Dark Death Mountain, whatever you want, right? But I mean, it's, you see, we're climbing the long way, the scenic route, as opposed to the direct route. You know, we want the expressway with the hookshot, not, you know, all the way around. That's right. Welcome to open mode.
Okay, so on Hydra's side we now have Ice Palace, we have Bombos Tablet, and we have Focus Swarm. Isn't that great? I mean, Ice Palace is fine. We're happy to do Ice Palace, it's a crystal. We don't have Kane, but it's okay.
We have Tempered, okay. That is the most important thing that we can carry with us into Ice Palace. Yeah, so what do we, I guess, need for go mode? We don't have eyes in the mine. Oh, no, it doesn't matter because we have the medallions, so never mind. We need a flute.
Yeah, we basically, we need flute, we need hookshot, and then the entire Turtle Rock kit. Kane and both rods.
Oh. I see. I'm less hopeful about Pyramid Fairy now, by the way. If we're still looking basically for all the Turtle Rock stuff, and then I guess like Mire Access.
Yeah, and ideally we'd like to find the roots before any of the others.
Where's my copium?
Yeah. Boots could certainly be in GT for what it's worth, because as it is abandoned.
Yeah, that's actually kind of like one thing, like, you know, maybe in this, okay, memes aside, all right, there are, you know, there are reasons why, you know, Desert should be crystal and open, because, you know, if it is boots locked, right, you know that you're getting boots before GT. That's at least something, right?
Yeah. We'd love to see that. We would love to see the boots. We would love to play the game.
Or flute. Or hookshot, for that matter. We're missing all of our movement items. And we're almost like an hour in. I mean, you know, again, like, I think these guys have both done quite well in terms of, you know, routing or like maneuvering without these things. Because, so again, you know, you're not, this is a randomizer. You're not kind of guaranteed an item at a certain, you know, stage or point, you know, in the race, or, you know, whatever in your travels. So you get a late flute, you know, you gotta make do without it. Some items missing can be more mentally and physically taxing than others.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you never find the boots, you're just spending the entire time aggressively holding right, wishing you could just have them.
You gotta feel bad for your D-pads, you know.
Yeah. But TJ didn't bother picking up silvers yet. It kind of makes sense. Right, the only fight where you really care about them is Virtuous, but we have Tempered and we have a lot of health, and we also have the cape, so it's kind of
and half magic, yeah, good point.
Yeah. So he's probably just thinking, okay, I'll just get it with Hookshot Cape later, and that'll make it more efficient.
Yeah, and actually, like, and also like to like kind of contrast with Hydra, right? He didn't do Hera the first time, and so he only was on Master Sword. Seeing the silver is like, oh man, you know, that could be, you know, like he could be on no more swords anymore, you know, for Hydra. Did we forget to get a chest?
We gotta go to the right side.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
he got a key. Gotcha. Yeah. Usually speaking, you don't usually see people go back up the stairs unless it's like a, you know, I got sucked in back the stairs again. Let me go back down. But yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, Teacher's also joining Hydra after everything is said and done here in Ice Palace.
Right, I forgot to. Classic mistake in the age of Icebreaker. You forgot to pull the song.
That's right. See, this is why, you know, get your, you know, I told you so. Like, why didn't you learn Ice Palace bomb jump? You know, in Brando, do you know how to do this dungeon? You know, thing, whatever. Ice Palace, yes, can be cleared without the Cane of Samara. Yeah. Although, you know, that being said, though, having the cane speeds up Ice Palace by, you know, multiple minutes. So.
Yeah, the time save is actually insane. But sometimes you're forced into ice without a cane.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out if you're forced or if you just decided to come here before cane.
Decided. That's a very generous way of...
I think it's been 2 items.
We found
maybe
a heart
not just one. Yeah, that's the only one. 2 items.
Okay.
Thank you, Arya.
Yeah, Arya's awesome. That's why the name starts with A. Very nice alliteration.
Is that why you're cool? Is that your name starts with C?
Good question. I didn't think about this. We found red mail, by the way. That's our 3rd item. So we're super safe.
Yep, but it turns out it was just a decision to come here without K.
Yeah, 3 items, you know, pretty tempting. I guess at least we didn't have to go. Did we go? No, we literally just was at Ice Tea, weren't we?
Yep.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, so. Yeah, nothing here. We have Hooked Worm, we have Bombo's Tablet, we have Shovel, which we picked up on East Mountain. And Hammer Packs. And these big chests, right? That was
and these big chests, correct. Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Those are our things.
If I had to guess for like TJ after this, I don't know how thrilled he's gonna be about going to Hookless Swamp, because he already did the first chest with Swamp, right, earlier, when he was kind of turning in all the purple chest and Hype Cave and all that stuff. Then again,
Yeah,
I don't know if anything else is much better, because he already did all of Thieves Town except getting the big chest.
Yeah.
We don't have a flute to kind of go back to, you know, the village quickly, so I don't really know if you want to go do hammer pegs either.
Yeah, everything just kind of sucks at this point. My bet is his first like will be the shovel. That's like the
Okay, shovel is
okay,
reasonable, yeah.
and then it's just like what now?
Yeah.
You might try a mushroom, see if his keys still work out.
True, that's right. That is like that is TJ's wild card. I completely forgot about the fact that TJ, seeing that Desert was boots locked and as a pendant, he went to go steal the small key from the back. And then he found the mushroom on right side, and we haven't seen it turn in yet.
Yeah, I mean, it could be pretty insane if it's... Yeah, Flute would be insane. It could be like Ice Rod and Bootsa and TR, so you can single the TR.
Yeah.
That would be pretty huge. We just now can't be the Boots.
Alright, looks like Hydra's gonna go chase his most recent unknown check, I guess, is the shovel. We got that in Paradox. Yeah, so Hydra's kind of solution space, or like where he can go. Like he has some straggler locations. Like he's got Magic Bat, you know, for example. Maybe he can do that with Hammer Pegs if he wants to. He does it Bombo's Tablet, but he also hasn't done any of the thieves, so that could be potentially, you know, an option for him.
Yeah, I think if... Well, we'll see where he goes, but I think... Yeah, this is gonna be Hammer Pegs probably. If Hammer Pegs isn't progression, he will do Thieves now and give that time back to TJ. So basically TJ wants progression to be in Swamp. Or Bombos.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I get TJ. Oh, TJ!
It's okay.
We have fairies?
We have 2 fairies. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
We have 2 of them.
I'm no longer worried.
Yeah, Thieves and Big Chest does have an item, so that could be very good for Hydra if something is there, and very, very bad for TJ. Because he almost certainly will do Swamp.
Yeah, and I can definitely see, you know, Hydra's kind of routing this, like, south to north, back to south again, right? Because, like, he did Magic Bat, and he can do Thieves down into Hammer Pegs, and then back down to Swamp.
Oh no. I think TJ skipped Ice Tea, right? He doesn't have Red Mail.
Right.
So he's going back in.
See, okay, I was looking over at his fight, and then I was like, okay, like with the Will sprite. I mean, and by the way, it's a very, very good sprite. It's just a little like I don't recognize all of the males from this character, and I was like, it feels like he had blue mail for a while, which is green, but I'm like, but maybe that's red mail too. And
yeah, it's not the same if you don't know the sprite.
How bad is this check, John? Because we still don't have pain.
It's very, very bad.
Okay.
This is like 2 minutes, probably. It's... I understand taking the risk, but also, yeah, if you barely had any loots left, so you kind of just gotta check it, I think. Either you checked or you leave it. The first time.
Yeah, but I guess but TJ's already loved an item in Thieves on Big Chest. Intentional or not, I mean, but again, like that's also another location that he probably won't see until, you know, very, very late in game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Hydra is gonna show us a new location, and it's not Tempex. So we're down to Thieves and Big Chest, Bombo's Tablet, and Hookless Swamp. Minus the first chest because we already saw it.
Right. Yeah, it was just a hard piece. So it wasn't. Yeah, it was an item. Sorry, it was a non-dungeon item. I wonder how much time Hydra took initially for Iced Tea. I mean, I'm sure it was less than 2 minutes, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just below a minute if you when you do Iced Tea. Yeah, TJ not gonna be happy here.
No, sadly. But I guess we at least know how to walk out of Ice-T. We just mirror, you know, and just leave. Okay. Turns out red mail with Will is also just a red tunic, so.
Is green mail wall blue? Is that why we're green?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because the original sprite is from Illusion of Gaia. It's a very fun game, by the way, if you've ever played. I think SpeedGaming also probably features some randomizers as well for Illusion of Gaia. Very action-packed game, quite fun, and that's where this one is. And yeah, he wears blue initially.
Okay.
Coincidentally, one of Will's weapons is actually a flute. Which, again, we would really like at this point.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you bring your flute with you?
Yeah. It's a pretty good flute. Like, not only does it play songs for you, it's actually he basically uses it like a sword. You know, basically like hit enemies with it as well. So, yeah.
Okay. So, TJ took his Dark World portal with him to the dig spot. And then saying, where are we going?
We are going to the mountain. Spike it, maybe?
Oh, he didn't do it, right. Okay. Fair.
We are going to be even healthier. Yeah, what we've been informed is like TJ's MSU is Street Fighter, Alpha 2. Yeah, thank you, Phantom Ryu. As a kid, played this game. A non-trivial amount. I mean, it wasn't like a lot, but I definitely played this like a good amount, and I don't recognize any of the songs. Except, you know, the little like transition stuff, right? But
you were just too focused on the action.
Yes. But also, like, you know, again, TJ, I think also with like Magna Hands, also part of the main tournament. Those guys are, you know, kind of like bros, and you also do play a lot of fighting games together, even though, you know, and Brando stuff together. T-Time Big Chest was nothing, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Just 20 rupees, so it's almost tablet or swamp. And yeah, we'll see what TJ decides.
All right, yep. Okay, what item do you think is going to be the next thing of progression, Jim?
I want to believe in the boots.
You want to believe in boots? Okay, all right.
It's probably flute or hookshot, if we're being real. Yeah.
Flute or hookshot. So hookshot, I guess, can let us go further into swamp. Is that right?
Yeah, and it gets this hookshot cave, which is another 4 items.
Yeah.
Okay, but TJ's making the right call here. He's gonna be slightly ahead of Hydra now because he didn't end up doing hammer packs and do some big chest.
Yeah, actually, because so all the time that kind of TJ invested, you know, earlier, quote unquote invested, unwittingly. I think Hydra kind of like matched some parity. Besides, the Hydra doesn't have the mushroom yet. Oh, the fire rod.
Oh.
What did that get us?
Nothing.
Okay, I was gonna say, because like we have already been to Skull Woods, and
yeah, we got both items.
Good. Where is Hydra going? He's already done Spike Cave?
Hera basement. Hera didn't have fire for Hera, so that's gotta be Hera basement.
We are doing Hera basement. That is a great observation. I was like, okay, he's leaving after Hera, you know, after only one item getting the green banana. Okay, he probably doesn't want to sit through Hera basement, you know. The best kind of skips is the ones you can't do. Until you have to go back, and when you can't do it.
Until you go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so TJ has a very sizable lead all of a sudden. Because yeah, like you said, Hydra just ended up doing all these pendants as well, because pendant swamp, hopeless swamp rather, is just the great equalizer that everybody goes to last.
Nobody wants to go here, yeah. Okay, so that means that, something has to be in the front of swamp, right? Hookshot to get us the rest of swamp, or flute, or boots, or... Like, Ice Ride won't even do anything, right?
Yeah, something that actually unlocks the thing. It won't be the cane. Well, the cane can be here, but there will probably be something else, because the cane only... I mean, it can. Oh no, wait, he has a fire rod. Yeah, cane. It could actually be cane to let us go into Turtle Rock and get 5 to 6 items there.
After all is said and done, we still might be on the Ice Rod hunt. Is that what you're saying? We're gonna go find our Ice Rod in It's rando vanilla location, laser bridge or mimic cave.
Pedestal, you mean?
Okay, you're right. Where are we hosted? Oh, by the way, I see Josh actually putting out, putting out, like, I made a good observation. TJ actually doesn't have Pelmadon, so that is going to be something that he does have to go back to.
Yeah, good point. So he's not ahead, slash less ahead than it looks right now. He also picked up the silvers yet, which I'm sure he will do eventually.
Oh, right, that's also a good point too. Yeah.
That will give Hydra back another 25-30 seconds.
Yeah, can you imagine 2024 playing rando? We're here without the hook shot. It's like you always you have to remember how to drain the water. Nice cane of Samaria.
Yep.
That is Turtle Rock access, right?
And yeah, yep. We do have all the medallions we can enter.
How many paws do you think monkeys have? I'm just asking, you know. Can we run out of, items that will lead us to further difficult decisions? And,
Well, for what it's worth, it's not a difficult decision, because it's the only thing we can do. So, there's that. I guess the only reason is, like, you find, I don't know, flute in the front of TR, and it's like, do you leave? Do you continue? That's our quick decision. But flute by itself is actually just 3 items. Since we can't get into Maya without hookshot or boots.
That's on the reminder poster note. In order to get into Mire, you need the boots or the hookshot. Now, sometimes that is easy to forget, especially when we're an hour and 15 in, and we don't have either boots or hookshot. It's just kind of like you have like late, like major item, right? Like late mitts. You just kind of assume by this point, oh, I can get into Ice Palace or I can get into Turtle Rock, right? Then you're just like, oh wait, I can't lift this rock. I don't have mitts, so I have to go all the way around to go to Village of Outcast portal through Skull Woods. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the seed just doesn't want to give you anything.
Yeah.
It's basically the story of the seed. You just struggle the entire time to find any progression.
These
guys have blastogated so often.
Right? Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's just the nature of the seed, right? Where really all the items are placed. You know, it's like I don't know if it's well. Okay, so TJ, at least in the early game, he made a very, very nice route to being able to get his glove from Uncle and Saha. And then eventually end his kind of route, like world route in the village, and then was able to just go to Dark World from there. And then I think everything else in Dark World has just been last location after last location for both for both Hydra and TJ.
Yeah, the way they last located was a bit different between them both, but it certainly was a lot of last locations. And yep, TR it is. I would be very surprised if TJ does anything else. Yeah.
Okay, if you were Hydra, would you leave after Big Chest and Samaria? We did see TJ do left side, which again, can have up to 2 items. Without the hookshot, it's pretty terrible because you gotta do left side twice. I mean, okay, you gotta do like the down to up, portion twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's very reasonable to just leave after this game. It's left side swarm is so slow, and it might just have dungeon items. I think we found neither map nor compass, and we saw on TJ side at least had the map. Yeah, and like it's very reasonable to just leave left side swarm for both of them because they both last located a lot.
Yeah.
Neither of them feels good about the seed right now.
No.
Yeah, Hydra's leaving.
Hydra's thinking.
Hydra,
we were thinking. We have decided to match TJ. He doesn't know that he's matching TJ, but I mean, but you can see the pause is definitely quite a difficult decision. When you feel so bad if you just left your hookshot here and you just finish the dungeon, it's like classic game.
Yeah, it's. Hydra's not gonna figure it. I don't know how TJ felt when he didn't find anything in left side swamp, but Hydra was definitely thinking very hard about leaving. So he's gonna feel really bad when there's nothing in left side swamp.
Yeah, it's just one of those, left side swamp, has, made or break many people's rando races, or aspirations. It's just sometimes, it's certainly one of the more like polarizing locations. Do you skip left side swamp? Do you not skip left side swamp? And if you don't skip left side swamp, you invest like, I don't know, in this case it's probably like 2 minutes or something worth of your time for 2 checks, and then when there's nothing there, you're just very sad, and then you're just like, oh, okay, like, I got all the TR open for me, what TJ's doing, right? Let's just go there, and then of course, your one item progression, right, is needed on left side you to go back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a risk to take, but yeah, I don't know. I can understand skipping it with how last occasion your seed was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that if you last occasion your progression in Swamp, maybe you think, okay, my opponent probably also last occasion this. And if you think your route has been very efficient, then maybe that's your reason to just continue on in Swamp.
It's really hard, I guess, to be like efficient with the different items that we've gotten before Swamp, right? Like for example, like TJ tried to do like match bat, kind of together, like the first Dark World trip around, and then Hydra kind of had to go back, as one off. Hydra found the lamp later, so you had to go back to Spy Cave, or sorry, Hera Basement, on a later trip. So it just feels very awkward.
Yeah. I think there's no way to want to see it in a way where you feel good about your routing. I think that's what it comes down to. Yeah, we're going through TR. Naturally, we're not gonna find our progression until we are on Laser Bridge. And it's not going to be the ice route. I'm like a little bit surprised that TJ still has to take a mushroom. I think if I was TJ and invested time to steer the Kian Desert and do right side, I would be coping to, check mushroom cannon.
Yeah.
And hope it's the ice road so you can single up TR.
Yeah, and I guess, well, okay, how bad is it to turn in the mushroom, like with flippers, right? Just like start a Link's house. It's not that much extra time, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a time investment. Probably like 40 seconds or something total. And it is sequence broken. At least definitely can't be the boots. And
yeah,
I mean, the boots might just be in TT at this point, so it's like you're sequence breaking something that's in TT, which can't lead to progression you need. But they could also just be in TR and then lead to Ice Rod, right? Like you just don't know.
Yeah, that is both a feature and a bug for randomizer.
I think it's a bug that boots can be in TT.
Oh, well, I mean, I was thinking more of the, like the, oh, we don't know where this could be anywhere, Yes, it could be anywhere, good or bad.
Fair.
How likely do you think the Ice Rod is here in Turtle Rock? Are we gonna have to come back? Is my question.
It's 0%. In this seed, it's 0%. It's just not going to be.
Okay. If we're not gonna find the Ice Rod here, which again I don't think really opens up much, except other than we can just beat the dungeon, right? And maybe Trinex will have an item. Like, what else are we gonna find here?
It also gives us Permit Fairy, so I thought actually.
Oh my gosh! Do you remember I said this like 45 minutes ago? I'm like, I don't have a lot of hope for Pyramid. Oh, you are absolutely correct. But there are 2 items locked by Pyramid Fairy at this crystal.
Yeah.
At least they're rich. Okay, they can afford the bomb dupe like 10 times and still be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what ends up being here. It could actually very reasonably be the Ice Rod, and then next progression is Impermanent Fairy, but probably it's maybe Hookshot. Probably maybe.
Oh, it could be Hookshot, right? We do have Hookshot Cave. That is something.
Yeah. Hookshot unlocks the most things. It gives you 4 items in Hookshot Cave, and I don't know how many items were left in Swamp. I guess 3, I think. In the back of Swamp.
Yeah, we found Harpies, Kana Samaria, and then whatever junk item, 20 rupees or something. Yeah, so 3 items.
And the map. Yeah.
And yeah, the map, yeah. Okay, 3 more checks. Nice right here. Hookshot's here.
Super annoying because if you mirror, you don't end up in the front of TR since you.
Right, because we already went outside. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the
Oh, maybe
flute up
everything is just here.
Okay. We do
Come
have
on,
the
and Ice
smoky
Rod.
Ice Rod? That's pretty
It
close.
wasn't blue. Yeah.
Ah. We found our answer. We had to dive Hookless Swamp for a Swamp Big Chest to beat Samaria, so we can come back to Turtle Rock, so we can go get our flute and our hook shot.
Yeah, isn't that great?
What a great seed.
He
I
wasn't
would
sure
again
if he
like
went
to.
to.
What? Oh yeah. Okay.
I
Looks
wasn't
like.
sure where to enter Paradox, but yeah, this one.
Is he gonna try and save his portal? Is that what happens?
No, he's gonna do Hookshot Cave now.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, there's no there is a way to save your portal. You just have to death warp, but you have to actually activate the food first.
I like how, by the way, once we have red mail, we're just no longer caring about anything. We're just literally we don't hook shot, we don't swing the sword against the dead rocks. We're just literally like, just move, dude. I don't care about you anymore.
Yeah, he was just like, yeah, I don't deal with these dead rocks. Just hit me as much as you want to get out of the way.
Would it be kind of insulting if the ice rod is just here?
That'd be so annoying. And also, we'd be very happy to be done with the seed, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, is it ice rod go mode? Oh, we got the boots! Oh my gosh! What a terrible location, dude. TJ has made the correct decision. Whatever it is. Oh, he's gonna try and save his portal? Is that what he's having?
Oh, he is. Yeah, just a second. His portal is so at the end of laser, but it's. I don't know how I feel about it. So, saving the portal is obviously good.
I forgot if we had the fairy. I think TJ also forgot he has the fairy.
I hope he knows he has a second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the return trip through turn locks actually just 2 minutes. Which obviously if you can save 2 minutes, that's good, but like how much time did he spend on this death warp? Even if we ignore the fairy, that's probably already like 20, almost 30 seconds because of the red mail. You have to do it again at Mire and at Pod.
What happens to Skullwood?
And
does he have to overworld death warp there too? And Pod?
Yeah, and going back into Storm actually deletes his portal because he has to mirror there. So he's really hoping that I guess he finds the Ice Rod and like his first Darkwood dungeon that he does. But then he has to death warp and then he has to immediately come back for Turtle Rock, right, which is another mountain climb, which is a minute. So like this portal save is just not worth doing.
I see. Okay. Because it's gonna take a long time for also him to into death warp. I guess yeah, and I think like we kind of timed some of this intentionally or not, like to go back to Turtle Rock to get to Trinex. It's like 2 minutes and change, right? 2 minutes like 15-ish, something like that. So you really, so you mentioned you really just try to save the 2 minutes, right? Or 1 minute, I guess, because you're gonna be on not Laser Bridge, right? I mean, it was Laser Bridge.
Yeah, I mean it's around about 2 minutes. I'd call it 2. Yeah, and yeah, as Chad is pointing out, TJ still decided against getting his silvers. I assumed earlier that he would just grab them when he does Hookshot Cave, but actually he just doesn't want them.
I don't know, maybe he thinks they're not worth it. As you mentioned, like we have 1 million different ways to be able to kill Vitreous. We have Cape Tap magic, tempered.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe at this point they're just more trouble than they're worth. It's hard to justify. I mean, from his perspective, like maybe he just doesn't want to go do that anymore.
Yeah. On Hydra's side, we did not do Hookshot Cave, so we did not get the boots. We're just going for the dungeons, which unfortunate.
Do you think Hydra will actually get the boots? I don't see him getting them. Like, well, I guess unless we're still looking for the ice draw, so maybe he is willing to go like straight back. Well, go back after some time, like check Hookshot Cave, I guess, before going back in. But it's hard to imagine that because we have so much more stuff open down, not on the mountain.
Yeah. Where's TJ going?
Checking pen. We have the book.
Yeah, but you should do it with scoreboards. I think he just really wants to save his portal, but he's like he's sacrificing so much time for it. He's just gonna lose way more time than the portal save will save him. Like basically already, he's already lost time.
All right, let's see this mushroom. What is this our ice rod? If this is our ice rod, Hydra might be in a world of hurt. It is just 20 rupees. Okay. Oh. Big relief on Hydra's side.
Yeah. Okay, so where are we going? It's gotta be Maya. Yeah, it's Maya.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think
Hydra hasn't activated the flute yet, right?
Yeah. Hydra's gonna swamp and then probably walk up and activate the flute. Makes sense.
Yeah, Hydra is still kind of without boots. Oh, nice ice rod in the back of Swamp. Okay.
Oh, we found it. Okay.
Yes,
At TJ side. Okay, so that's combo for Hydra. He's just never gonna get his boots. On the other hand, TJ is going to do everything before Swamp he can, so he doesn't lose his portal, I think. And he's gonna at least step up out of here. Maybe. But that also means he skips Checkerboard Cave.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess there can't really be anything for him in Checkerboard Cave, right? I mean, we were finding Ice Rod on Hydra's side, which is back of Swamp. So...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what his plan is with this portal save. I'm very confused by it, but we'll see what he decides to do.
Meanwhile, we are seeing a boostless tempered fight on Argus. On Hydra's side. So, yeah, I guess he just has a bunch of dungeons he needs to clean up. So he will... Okay, so at least, you know, to maybe keep things parity, Hydra would really like to see a early big key from Meyer, you know, versus TJ. I think he's kind of hoping in this case that the Meyer big key is late.
And it's
I think
as early as can be.
Yep, yeah, so that is definitely in favor of Hydra. By the way, so like, you know, so this is just regular open, right? You know, we just had, you know, SGO online kind of like wrap up semi-recently, right? Where, you know, it's just open spoiler, right? So you get 50 minutes to plan their log, you see the spoiler log, you know, and you just try to, you know, go with it, and then you open up the log, right? And you're just like, okay, boots are in Hookshot Cave, you know, you're like, okay, well, that's not so bad, right? You know, how bad, and then you look where Hookshot actually is, you're just very sad.
Yeah. you just have to go into Eastern to get your hammer from Desert Ledge, to go into Swamp to get your cane, to go into TR and get your hookshot, and then you can finally get your boots out of Hookshot Cave.
You even get, yeah, and then you're like, okay, so boots aren't gonna be forever. Where's my flute? And then you're just like, oh, you know what? You're gonna get the flute before you get your boots.
Yeah.
Feels
like
very
that?
strong. Yeah.
I don't know, like, weirdly enough, I think if you have a spoiler log, the seed isn't even that bad, because you can get your hammer before you go into Darkwood the first time, right? It's just Eastern into his desert.
Actually, okay, that's actually probably true. Like, you are with the spoiler log, you're certainly gonna get the boots before, well, TJ and Hydra, for what it's worth, even though I don't think he's gonna get boots. But I will say, like, if you kind of combine maybe TJ and Hydra's, like, path, you know, like, TJ had a very, very good, you know, early game route. Like, you know, he just went, you know, he probably did it, you know, as efficiently, as, you know, reasonable can be. But then, like, the knowledge of, like, not seeing the hammer, right, on Desert Ledge, like, that knowledge, like, really, like, helped Hydra, like, in the mid-game. So if we have, you know, our powers combined, we play this as, like, a, you know, co-op type, you know, type of thing, then, you know, we could both together move somewhere.
Yeah. That is until we both last occasion the cane and Swamp.
Is it a good or bad thing that you...
Does TJ just really dislike the ball? He didn't even bother shooting Vitreous in phase 2.
Yeah,
he just kept slashing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he doesn't want servers.
Yeah, what is the pro? He thinks. Oh no, he won't be desert. Well, no, he. Oh, he's okay. Weird. Oh, right, he just beat the boss. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, this
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we found one item, and the early big heal made him just beat the boss because maybe that's the
right.
second item.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, again, like just like Hydra, like he, you know, after everything that's said and done, we were still on Ice Rod Go mode. So he's just looking for the Ice Rod.
Nice bridge big heal. We could just hover over with the
with the boots that we don't have. Yeah, we should have hovered to the boots in Hookshot Cave.
Ah, yeah. Okay, this is like the optimal layout for an early biggie where you don't get the item on Virtues. Which I understand is a weird thing. So we're happy to find the last item in the big chest so we don't have to do left side and all that nonsense.
Yeah. Alright, well it does look like we are giving up our portal.
Yeah, at this point, like, you have checkerboard, you have back of swamp, and is that kinda it? I think that's kinda it. So yeah.
I do see some, also a very good reminder that's been brought up in chat. The skill could be required. Although, for what is okay, like at least the boost in Hookshot Cave, so like you know that's probably a reasonable location after you search out the entire basement, of course. You know, to go and get the boost out of Hookshot Cave. That being said, yeah. Would you be happy or sad, actually, out of curiosity, that you would be forced to go find boots?
I think at that point I'm just done with the seed and I just want to finish.
yeah. You know, initially I think I gave this seed an estimate of 1 hour 30. I mean, you know, we're not that overestimate, right?
Well, but you also have 1, 2, 3 crystals to go. Well, now 2 more after Virtuous' death. And GT. So,
and GT.
That,
we still have to. It's actually like a real. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious if Hydra might decide to check Hookshot Cave on the way to GT, just in case of the Biggie on top.
Okay.
Not. I don't think you do that.
Maybe you just feel very sad. You know, as you mentioned, right? We're like 1 hour 30 plus in. He still doesn't have boots. We have gone through like 5 rigmaroles, you know, of like what the seed, you know, wanted us and forced us to do. You know, he said, like, mentally, you know, like, again, like, DCs, right? Like, part of it is going to be, you know, like, physical endurance. Part of it also is mental endurance. Like, he might just be done. Be like, you know what? No, let me, I'm sure at this point, like, I'm just gonna, you know, boots probably don't exist anymore, you know? And so he'll just go, and, you know, if he has, and, you know, if the big key is on the torch, he'll worry about it later.
Yeah, you also just, yeah, even if you're not mentally done, like, if you think about your position in the race, you probably don't feel great. So it's probably also a reason why you just go. You just hope you're in go mode and try to walk as fast as you can.
Yeah, try to, well, I mean, you know, still be gentle on your D-pad, right? It does have to last you for the entire tournament, probably. But yes. Maybe the hope is that you have to walk in all directions somewhat equally, so, you know, every direction gets a little bit of, you know, of button pressing. Yeah, so Hydra knows that he can't get... Well, no, he got both out. Yeah, so he knows that boots can't be here. Like, there is still a possibility of finding boots in, like, GT, yeah, I guess in GT. You know, yeah, as you mentioned, you know, in Hookshot Cave, right? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Hydra is losing.
Yeah, we'll see. But Tyler's very much in a leading position right now. He's almost done with Scouts, and TJ still needs to do Scouts, and he needs to finish off Hammer. The boots are definitely not enough of an advantage for TJ to be able to catch up. If the big key is on the torch in GT and Hydra searches the entire basement, that might be enough to even things up. But it's very close if that happens.
Yeah, and there could also just be general routing diversions within GT Basement itself. But yeah, like I think at this point, because yeah, see, Hydra's already kind of going like towards TR, so it's gonna be, well, I think when we timed going back to Trinex, it was with boots, so just give a little bit more extra buffer. So let's just say like 230, 235, or 40, something like that. And then go beat Trinex. But yeah, but TJ still hasn't started his climb yet, and he still has to go beat Helmet, which is like probably 3 minutes, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Hammer and Scorwoods too. Like,
that's right. That's a good point. Yes, we are 2 down. Yeah. 2 dungeons down. Yeah.
Yeah, TJ is like 4.5 minutes behind right now. He does have the boots, which make up, about a good amount of time, but they will not make up 4 minutes of time right now. So yeah, he's definitely very far behind. And he doesn't have silvers. Now we're just retracing our steps in TR. Around about 2 minutes to get to Trinex. I guess the difference between boots and no boots in TR is not very big, since mushrooms are just on conveyors.
Yeah. You know what you can't do, though, in the dash room? Without boots?
You can't dash.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Yeah, we already had to bump open that bomber the first time, sadly enough.
And we can't even dash through it the second time,
You did 4 bounce on Hammer. You don't see that often.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Everyone's got their own, like, you have style when they want to take down bosses.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Sometimes, strats can change depending on when you've decided to beat the boss, whether it's like 20 minutes in or an hour in or 2 hours in, Sometimes you might not be as diligent, and when the seed's gone off for too long.
Yeah, that's the later the seed goes, the more likely you are to just ram your face into the enemy.
Yeah, especially, but yeah, red mail kind of amplifies that too, right? I mean, I think red mail at this point, like, I don't think anybody cares anymore as to what they. It looks like the Hydra's maybe take a little bit detour. Oh no, okay, that's fine. Thought maybe he wanted to get the refill, but I think he's pretty healthy.
Yeah. Hydra also still has his 2 fairies.
Right. Yeah.
and this green potion, I think, because he bought a green potion for a pod before he found the bow.
Yeah. And again, like that one, like you don't really know. I think it was actually a very good decision. And I think Hydra probably planned that. Because like I guess I don't really know if he, I guess either like is very comfortable with mimic clipping or if he's willing to do that. Period. But potion camera unlock. Thinking about you're gonna go find something in pod. And you want to be able to efficiently clear it. If we go through the Bullock side, we can just get everything done.
Yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense. Potion camera unlock is a little bit faster than Mimic Club too, but obviously if you buy the potion, it becomes slower. But yeah, I mean, depending on how comfortable you are with Mimic Club.
I have heard that it is the easiest room of the game.
Yeah, rumor does say that.
Some people can just mimic clip things out. I think actually it was like first, like Skelly, I think that was first, she kind of showed like the super fast lightning version of mimic clipping.
Yeah, I'm sure there are others that are very good at it, but that's definitely the first one that I saw. That was like lightning fast.
Okay, that's crystal number 6 down for TJ. He will be fluting and running up the mountain shortly. Hydra did not do Hookshot Cave.
Yep, no boots for him.
No, sadly. No boots for... well, no boots yet for Hydra. Okay, let's still hold out. I don't know what we're holding out for. Like, you know, the one hand, again, you mentioned, right? Like, I think we're just interested for the seed. You know, they're probably interested for the seed to be done by now because we're an hour 43, an open seed, opening up GT, right? And so it's like, I'm interested in achieving a result for this race. On the other hand, you know, I would like them to have some fun and not, you know, be walking the entire ways of the dungeon.
I feel bad for Hydra, but we'll see. We're about to find out if he will need the boots or not.
We just did Hope Room, is that what happened? And then left?
Yeah. Okay, Hydra's in go mode. For
okay,
sure now.
yes.
We'll see how far we need to go. Yeah, this is... Hydra has a good advantage right now.
Do you know what also is not helping TJ right now? Where's okay? Or no, we have an emo for this.
The stupid deadlocks. Blame the deadlocks.
We have multiple emotes for this.
Yes, the deadlocks are very beloved. That's why there's lots of emotes for them.
If you ask NMG runners which enemies that they abhor the most in their runs or in this game, dead rocks are, I think, in everybody's like top probably 3, if not 2.
If not 1.
Well, you know, Chomps has a pretty good reputation. You know, I will say, you know, you gotta give, yeah, you know, you gotta give a little credit there. But yeah, dead rocks are. Dead rocks can be not your friend. There is still some hope, maybe potentially for Hydra. We can still find boots upstairs in GT. There are 4 checks up there, or you know, we're remaining here in the basement.
Oh, like. You mean what he's coping for? Yeah.
Yes, what everybody is coping for at GT. At some point, you know, you just, I guess, resign yourself to maybe, you know, what is it? What are the 5 stages of grief? Like, is acceptance the last step, right? What's the first one? I don't remember. We might already be at steps 3 and 4 by now.
Whatever is despair. We're despairing right now.
Yes.
I don't know, TJ missed. Is this right? Or is road?
It's okay. We just had to take a pit stop for some snacks. You know, again, it's been a long ride. All right, you know, we're we didn't necessarily expect to take too many detours. You know, so at some point we should refuel. And that was a good one. Oh, very convenient. Yeah.
I think it'll be in time.
Yeah.
But this is where
it could be. Oh yeah, it could be.
What if TJ takes Star Room first? This will be a close race. What would have to be going through your head, or like what do you think have happened for you to go do Tower Room first? It's not Tower Room, by the way. It's pretty close. Oh, actually, no. So we did Hope Room to full left. Is that right? So we did actually we didn't do Compass Room, right? Okay. Nope. Yeah, there were 5 checks left where the big could be.
Okay,
and
so
I don't know what you would have done to take Tower Room first. Maybe you died to Trinex 3 times. But that didn't happen.
I mean, we did take some number of deaths, though. I mean, not to Trinex. And, you know, this on the overworld, like TJ was death warping. I don't know, but those don't hit home, you know, as hard, you know, as hard as I guess a Trinex death. Even though, like, it does take a non-trivial amount of time to like death warp.
Yeah, but that one was like, you know, he wanted to do to death warp, so.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We are getting silvers for GT. It's okay.
Okay, now I'm just confused why he didn't get them when he was inside hookshot cave earlier.
Yeah, because like this would have been faster slightly, right? Because he didn't have to go back in and go back out type of thing.
Yeah.
Right, because he just stayed and quit out of hookshot cave. Yeah.
Well, he left and then that warped. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that's why he didn't do it, right? Because he
right. He wanted to try and
sense.
keep his portal earlier. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think TJ might be overestimating how much the portal save actually saves.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Just from like I guess like what I've seen from other people. Like if you still have swamp left, just go back to TR. Like it's not worth to keep your portal.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Any situation where you would have to go back up to like, you know, go into your safe portal and then you would have to go back down the mountain. Like that's already another minute, and the portal save only saves 2 at most, a bit less.
Okay, I don't know what TJ's like regular, let's say, like route for GT is. Whether he started or stopped in. We are doing left side first. I don't know if that's because that was influenced by the boots or not. I wanted to see in this case, like, if, I mean, you're happy to go get boots, but it was, in this particular case, kind of like an extra investment, because when he was on the mountain, right, like, he went to go to Hookshot Cave basically immediately afterwards, after leaving TR, right?
Yeah. I don't know if TJ really realizes that support might not have the boots. Because, like, I could see, like, even myself in this situation too, like, just could see myself assume that, Hookshot Cave is just a natural check. My opponent probably did it as well, so... I don't know, like... I certainly know from experience that sometimes you just don't realize that there's something your opponent might not do.
Yeah. So, I know we've played guessing games, before, so, where you think the GT big key is. What do you think the collection rate for these guys are going to be? Yeah, I'm just curious. Let's go with TJ. I think he's open to more stuff.
180, 190. It's still open mode, so there's a bunch of stuff you don't grab. But I guess he's going to clear out the entire... Never mind, he's going full right.
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay. I'm going to stick with 180.
Yeah, this is definitely okay, you know what? One sec. I think at some point like Skelly took over some like spreadsheet stuff or stats from the main tournament. I wonder if there's like some times basically on, the longest open seed win time. Let me see if I can find this.
Is there something that's...
It says 1 of 48.36. That is the worst open win time. We are we are in record-breaking territory, everyone. You are here for this moment.
Congrats, Hydra.
Yes.
I'm sure you're proud of this.
What, you sometimes you like you gotta these are some things that I you just don't expect necessarily.
I am honored to be commentating this match in particular.
Exactly.
We set a record.
Well, good news. Now this is still not breaking the longest all dungeon, like 80 keys. Now with boots, see, that was 2 hours. So we're really ahead of schedule.
Is there like an average cross hunt completion time on there?
Average cross time completion is 153.
Yep, we're pretty much even with that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Cross hunt is when all the entrances are shuffled, all the keys are shuffled, and then and I guess it's more or less like a boss hunt, right? So maybe you don't have to do all the dungeons, but you're doing 8 out of 10, right? Something like this.
Yeah. Well, that's like the GT.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
What, 10 out of 12 or something?
Right. Sorry, I confused it with XT Hunt. No, that's 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Maybe coming to a tournament near you. Soon TM. All right, yeah. Our Hydra is we are going to beat the average cross heat hunt time by roughly under, let's say, 30 seconds. But a record-setting time for the longest open seed victory of group so far. Big GG's to Hydra. I'm sure he's very proud of this achievement.
Yeah. Big GG's.
OMG. I don't want my name to be attached to this thing. We didn't even get Bo Lamos. We didn't even get Lamos to begin with. Alright, I think TJ has seen the dot done, probably from Hydra. Very understandably, he literally just stopped in his tracks. So big GG's to it. But I mean, like, these guys have been through so much today. Blame the seed.
Blame the seed.
Blame the seed.
Yo, Hydra.
We are joined by Hydra. Congrats, GG's.
Hey, thank you, friends. Thank you so much.
Yes, we were so blessed. Did you roll the seed, by the way?
I did roll the seed. You're very
Okay.
welcome. Jem,
Yes.
I'm sure you were very enthused to sign up at, 1 a.m. your time to calm this bootsless open seed.
Yes. Thank you for breaking the record of longest time for an open win in this tournament.
Nice. Way to go.
Congrats.
It's funny, like, everybody's just picking across hunt and lesser extent AD keys, and like I think open has like a 10% pick rate or something like that, and I play open all the time because I play SMZ3 when by default it's open. There's not really anything else that you can do with it, and so I'm like, no guys, open's fun. I don't mind open, and this is like the worst open seed you could ever like show somebody to be like, oh no, it's fine. Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So sorry, not sorry. Whatever. But yeah, it was pretty bad. And like I don't know TJ, and so I don't know if he dislikes open or let's ask him right now. Hey TJ, GG man.
TJ, GG's. I'm sorry.
Never in my life have I played something that was just so certain and so intent on making sure I didn't get anything I wanted.
Your light world was really good. Like, you were probably like 4 minutes or something like ahead of Hydra. Because like, yeah. Everything else, we don't have to talk about the rest of the season. Okay?
Yeah. It speaks for itself. I mean, what the heck are you gonna do, right? Like, yeah. If it was one thing, it would have been another.
Yeah, it was really bad, and I'm just like, after a while, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. Like, okay, I did pendant thieves for a lamp. That means that was the one fire source. So the fire source in Herod Basement, that must be it, right? Nope, sorry, the fire source was also available elsewhere. But of course,
that's a tough one to get to. You're not getting to that fire rod first. I'm dead ass there.
So I'm like talking to myself, like, I'm going to use the hammer to get to the Bombos tablet, and then go get the hammer. Wait a minute. So,
Oh, my wrong turns in every direction. Oh my god. Every now and then you're gonna get a thing like this. Just, why is it gotta happen in the tournament?
Why not? And then everybody can see it. All these hundreds of viewers. And, this is definitely a Twitch chat speed game.
I'm a little right. Look, I already like threw stuff around my living space. All right, I'm good. All the anger from here on out is facetious. I already got the real stuff out.
Well, so the good news is you found boots.
All good it did me. All it did was say, hey, you know what? This mushroom you got earlier, probably maybe something.
Where's the mushroom? I didn't.
I stole the key in desert and I got a mushroom out of it because I'm desperate for something. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah,
my options work like fish for desperate stuff or go to Swamp Palace without a. Like, you need to go to Swamp Palace to go to Turtle Rock to go back to Swamp Palace to go back to Turtle Rock.
I know. When I'm entering Swamp Palace, I'm like, what? This is gonna be the cane, right? And then I get the cane. I'm like, I didn't mean it, guys.
Yeah, right. Well, I was just happy to see something. I'm like, oh, good. That means I can go to Turtle Rock where everything is gonna be because I knew that. As soon as I got the cane, I'm like, yeah, it tracks.
Except the ice rod.
Except the ice rod. Yeah, literally everything that you possibly need. Oh man. Yeah, that was really bad. And it's hard because like you like, even though you're just walking around, you almost need like more focus because you're probably like sitting there like, I hate this mode, I hate that I don't have boots, I hate everything about this game, and you have to like try to push that aside and just focus on your execution and try to be efficient as as kneecapped as you are by the efficiency. With
I don't mind that. I don't mind not having boots. In fact, I think we need to do away with this. Every mode needs to start boots nonsense. Like get rid of that. No, you're the one who's wrong, and you're lazy because of it. That's a crutch, and you know it. Stop it.
I'm not sure.
Come on.
I'm not sure how much traction you're gonna get, TJ, because Gen 1 SGL open boots, right? And so I think he's gonna hold on to the. I think he's gonna hold on to the boots part.
We cannot
keep that title. You want the boots, you gotta earn it. Anyway. Yeah, hey, I think I did. I think I did all right under the circumstances. Like, what do you like? When nothing goes your way. I mean, nothing goes your way. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't even the worst open seed I've ever played. I mean, I've been playing 7 years, so you always find something worse. Once I had a ladder against Gamma, and I won with like a 207. In open. It's like Ice Rod was on pedestal and neither of us read it, even though we had the book like way earlier. So.
Yeah, this is the kind of seed that people tell you, people tell stories about. Nobody wants to hear about it. You're like, yeah, I've heard this a dozen times. Oh, where's your Ice Rod? That kind of stinks. Oh well, anyway.
Classic. Yeah, your 80 keys earlier today was much faster than this one. So.
Oh my god, I smoked that one. Like I was very pleased with myself after that one. I guess I couldn't carry the momentum here, but hey, it's all good. You know, at least I have one under the belt.
Yeah, I really needed this one too. Like going 0-2 would be bad news bears. So
yeah, I hear that. That's fine.
Yeah, we're also kind of in the mix here, so that's good. And it's a pretty good group here, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with it.
Oh yeah. I think I got my match against Hitsuya tomorrow afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and then I got to find the time for 3 more. Oh god. Why did I enter this tournament?
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun, and thank you guys for putting up with that. You know, so I'm very anxious to watch it back and see all of the Twitch chat comments about how great this is. So
yeah, the last thing I need is to go back to a chat like TJ should have done this thing instead. Why is he doing this? This is a bad idea.
Why don't you just go to where the items are?
Did he forget about iced tea? Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Could
have gotten lucky. I didn't, but I could have. But I didn't.
Oh, and I know it's like 2 hours ago, but I laughed at the Zora thing because like I had earned just enough money from the bush crabs to give myself just enough money to do the Zora ledge to loop back around and get like $50.
I got lucky enough to Houlihan before I opened the Blink's house.
Oh, okay, there you go. Well, you know, I'm doing this and I'm like, this is really dumb. But honestly, like when I think about it, the way that I end up routing, because I always split the Dark World in half, and so when I was doing the north side, I would have mirrored to Zora and then walked back down to go back to my portal. So really, I'm doing the same thing anyway. But that looks really bad in the late.
Well, look. Okay, in the end, the stuff you had to do to beat this seed, it's dumb. If you make those decisions, it's dumb. You'll win, but it's dumb. So
this is like if this was like a group race, somebody has like a 140 and everybody's just raging.
Right?
You know?
Hey, where does this round peg go? It goes in the square hole. This trapezoid goes in the square hole. This parallelogram, goes in the square hole. Yeah. Someone's gonna route the seed like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to all the open ladder that has a bunch of clowns like that. So that's gonna be fun. You go for ladder 2.0.
Yeah.
But feels SRL, man. So again, thank you guys and appreciate you. And TJ, good game, maybe sort of, but we'll see you guys again soon. And
Yeah, we're gonna run it back later this week. I don't know when, but yeah, we got another one coming.
you got it. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Take care.
All right.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
'Cause
Thank you.
despite what
All right.
everything the seed did for you, it was
Thank
still
you.
diverse.
Clear Mouse and Gem for cursing the seed for me. That was nice of you.
TJ rolled it.
You're
Or not,
welcome.
Hydra rolled it. You know, don't blame
Yeah,
us.
okay.
We're just here to
Yeah,
watch.
You're right. You're right. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. You're right. You're right. You didn't help though.
We tried.
Yeah. We tried our best to make the seat worse.
I'm sure you. Yeah,
You promised.
I'm absolutely sure that's what happened. Yeah. Okay. That I believe more. All right. Yeah, but thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Next time I'll put on a better show. I think. I hope. We'll see.
It was good.
Right,
Don't
yeah,
worry.
thanks.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a great night.
Yeah,
Good night.
thank you all. Yes. All right. Yeah. Sounds like we're gonna wrap up. We do have. Let's see. Oh, wait, I want big thank you so much, Em, for commentating. At bedtime
Thank you.
soon. Yeah.
Was
Bedtime.
it that?
2 hours ago. 1 hour ago.
Possibly.
Okay.
Bedtime
okay.
now.
All right. It's bedtime. Bedtime. Okay. That sounds good. All right. So thank you so much. And thank you so much, Arya. Again. I mean, amazing job. Very active. Again, like I think you just kept running tag of like everything about the seed. So thank you all. Thank you so much for tracking. Super appreciative as always. And yeah, so thank you for the last. There are 2 more matches I think scheduled at least for tonight. One's on Speaking to in about an hour. That's going to be Zruvian versus Tistu. Speaking to Rick and Drossi are on commentary, so it should be a good time. And then for those, well, maybe if you wake up early enough, Gem, 2 a.m. Purdy Wong versus Tito's. That's our SpeedGaming at 2:10 a.m. So, you know. There's more rando, and there's a bunch of matches all scheduled for tomorrow as well. So just keep your eye on the schedule, and then keep going watching. And then until then, have a great rest of your night or morning.
See ya.